Have you ever tried escape room? It is a very popular game within young people these days. It comes in many themes like comedy, fairy tales, adventure, horrors, and etc. And usually, horror theme is the most popular one because the staffs were also featuring live actors in the room in order to scare the players, creating a truly terrifying experience for them. So far, sounds fun, right? Like you're willing to have a try? But not until you heard the story about a boy sharing his bizarre and disturbing experience while he was playing this game. This boy said he was an experienced honor escape room player, also quite well known in that specific community. One time, there was a new escape room open nearby his residence. The owner invited him to try it out for free before the grand opening. Therefore, he was very happy about it and gathered 4 of his friends, and they all headed to this escape room one night after dinner together. When he arrived, he saw the place and equipment were all brand new, which heightened more about his anticipation of the game. The staff introduced them. The theme of this escape room is that they were a bunch of medical students heading to a bizarre and abandoned hospital to find out the dark secrets behind it. And each player was given a walkie-talkie since players weren't allowed to carry phones during the game. And this way, they could communicate with the staffs if they needed some hint or faced difficulties. So the staff led them to the room and announced the game had begun. Since these boys, they were all experienced players, so they very quickly to solve several tasks and puzzles already. Then, the staff informed them through the walkie-talkie that the next task was a solo mission. They have to choose one person to stay in the room while the others left. Since the boy is the most experienced player, so he suggested that he could stay and finish the mission, and his friends also agreed. So they opened the door, exit the room, and leaving the boy alone. Now the task should be begun, right? But as the boy waited for quite a while, still nothing happened in the room. Therefore, he radioed the staff through the walkie-talkie, asking them if the task was ready to begin. But he heard the staff reply that, "Sir, this task is for one person only. Please have everyone else leave the room." The boy was confused, so he looked around and noticed the door was still open. His friends forgot to close it when they exited the room. Therefore, he thought this might be the causing issue and closed the door. Then he asked the staff again if the task could start. But strangely, the response was still the same. "Sir, as we told before, this is a solo task. Please ensure that you are alone." Certain enough that he was alone, now the boy gets a little bit frustrated. He thought this is a trick, so he told the staff that, "Hey, this is a very cheap move. I played these games for more than you've known. It's not able to scare me, so please, can we just start the game?" Instead, he was met with silence on the other side. Just as he was about to ask again, the owner's voice came over the walkie-talkie, asking him that, "Sir, how many people did you come with today?" The boy was confused and answered him, "There were 5 of us, just like what you saw at the beginning. I thought you knew." At that moment, all the lights in the room being switched on. His friends also noticed the lights, so they re-entered the room. Soon, they heard a rapid footsteps. Then the owner quickly burst in. His eyes were secretly scanning the whole room, particularly staring at the front door for quite a while. Then he acted like nothing happened, put a smile back on his face, and said to them, Sorry, we had some technical issues during the game, so I'm afraid that you guys can't continue. Now, please follow me out the back door." The boy found this is very odd since the front door was much closer from where they were standing. But when he tried to head to the front door, the owner grabbed his arm and firmly insisted that they need to walk out of the room through the back door. Once they were outside, they of course demanded an explanation. But this time the owner turned silent. He led them to the security room and played back the game footage for them. From the footage, the boys saw everything seemed pretty normal, but not until that solo task, because while they were discussing who should stay, a dark and bizarre human-shaped shadow appeared among these 5 people. It looks like as if it had split from one of them. When his friends left the room, the shadow stayed with the boy. The staff saw this and they unsure what to do, so they alert the boss. After seeing this horrific scene, he immediately turned on all the lights in the room. Then, the shadow had swiftly moved to the front door and just standing there like a ghost. And this is also why the owner insisted that they need to use the back door. After watching the footage, the boy realized a horrific fact is that there was someone he cannot see was in the room, standing behind him during the entire time. He immediately broke into a cold sweat and quickly left this escape room. And before he left, the owner grabbed his arm again and begged him to not talk about what happened today to anyone. 1 month later, the boys saw online that this escape room had already closed down, with a few customers' review underneath warning that if you don't want to see something that you shouldn't be seeing, then don't come play this escape room. Ever since then, the boy said he never has the guts to play this game ever again. After hearing today's story, do you still want to play escape room? Okay, so this is the story about the true terrifying experience of escaping room. Thank you for watching. I hope you like my videos and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.